Every ex is a PR manager for your glow-up. While he gossips, you grow. Mystery, confidence, and influence all increase without lifting a finger. Your life becomes the trending story, and every rumor is free publicity. Subscribe now, because today we're exposing why exes aren't obstacles. They're your unpaid brand ambassadors in the ultimate self-marketing campaign. Breakups are messy, emotional, confusing. They often leave you questioning your self-worth, your choices, and whether you'll ever be understood again. But here's a radical truth. Your ex, intentionally or not, is actually doing you a favor. Every comment he makes, every story he spreads, every small detail he shares about your life is essentially free PR for your personal brand. Instead of stressing over what he says, you can view it strategically. Your ex has become an unpaid promoter of your glow-up. Every time he mentions you, it keeps your name alive in conversations, social media feeds, and group chats. What he thinks is messing with your reputation is actually building intrigue and exposure. And the smartest move you can make. Stay calm, confident, and let him do the marketing while you focus on improving yourself. How men gossip post-breakup. Let's be honest. People talk after breakups. It's almost a universal ritual. But what's often overlooked is how differently men and women tend to process heartbreak. Many men don't sit quietly with their feelings. Instead, they externalize. They vent to friends over drinks, drop casual comments to colleagues, or even share cryptic posts and exaggerated stories online. Sometimes it's about saving face. Sometimes it's an attempt to rewrite the ending. And sometimes it's simply their way of coping with loss. Here's the irony. While they think they're chipping away at your image, they're actually amplifying it. Every gossip session is like free publicity. Every casual mention in a group chat, vague social media story, or late-night text keeps your name alive in people's minds. They're not erasing you, they're keeping you relevant. And here's where it gets interesting. The more dramatic, emotional, or mysterious the narrative, the more curiosity it sparks. Human nature loves a story. When your name is attached to intrigue, people lean in. They start to wonder, who is she really? What's she doing now? Did she change? Is she thriving? What your ex doesn't realize is that with every conversation, he's unknowingly building the mythology of your transformation. He's painting you as the central figure in his emotional journey, even when he tries to make it about himself. You become the character people can't stop asking about. And while he's talking, you're evolving. While he's narrating, you're becoming. Every word he spreads only magnifies the contrast between who you were in the relationship and who you're becoming after it. That's the power of silence paired with growth. While they speak, you rise. How gossip builds mystery. Mystery is magnetic. It's one of the oldest psychological pulls known to human nature. People are irresistibly drawn to what they don't fully understand. The unknown invites speculation, and speculation fuels attention. When there are gaps in a story, the mind rushes to fill them, and that's where curiosity takes over. Your ex, in trying to narrate your post-breakup life, unknowingly becomes part of this dynamic. Through omissions, exaggerations, or even offhand remarks, he creates fragments, little puzzle pieces without a complete picture. He may think he's controlling the narrative, but what he's really doing is creating an aura of intrigue around you. And that's exactly where your glow-up thrives. People start to ask questions. What's she up to now? Did she move on? How is she looking these days? Has she changed? Every unanswered question builds interest. Every vague story amplifies your presence without you having to lift a finger. If in the meantime, you've genuinely leveled up, improved your career, elevated your lifestyle, nurtured your health, sharpened your mindset, then those gaps become your greatest allies. The rumors and whispers act like free marketing for your transformation. The less you say, the more people imagine. And often, what they imagine is even more powerful than the truth. Mystery naturally elevates your status. It makes you appear confident, self-contained, and unbothered. You're no longer the person reacting or explaining. You've become the figure people speculate about. That quiet confidence is magnetic in itself. The free exposure cycle. Here's the real magic. Every conversation, text, social media mention, or gossip post is free marketing. Social media stories, group chats, and casual mentions at events act like organic ads for your glow-up. If your ex is talking about your accomplishments, appearance, or life changes, intentionally or unintentionally, he's advertising your brand. Every single mention keeps you trending, alive in public perception, and memorable. Meanwhile, you haven't spent a dime, written a single post, or even tried to influence the narrative. This is pure, organic exposure. The best part: the more he tries to control the narrative or twist the story, the more people are drawn to you. Drama and curiosity are irresistible. And while he's focused on gossiping, you're busy building the actual glow-up behind the scenes. Mini real-life scenario. Social media twist. Let's say your ex posts a vague story on Instagram, hinting at that girl who's moved on too fast. He thinks it's a subtle jab, but it's actually a magnet for attention. Friends and acquaintances start asking questions in DMs. Wait, what happened with her? You don't respond directly. You stay classy, post your glow-up photos, and focus on yourself. Suddenly, everyone is curious, engaging, and noticing your transformation. The gossip-fueled exposure, but your actual growth reinforced it. Without paying for ads, without creating drama, you've become trending content, and your ex did it for free. Another scenario: the gossip chain. Or consider this: your ex shares details of your breakup with his friend group. One friend mentions it in another circle. Soon a dozen people know about your past relationship, but none of them know the full story. That curiosity drives attention. When people eventually meet you or see your social media, they're intrigued. Your aura, your confidence, and your transformation now have a live audience eager to notice and admire. You've effectively turned gossip into marketing. The punchlines that stick. The truth is simple: exes are unpaid brand ambassadors. Every story he tells, whether exaggerated or factual, advertises your life, style, and energy. Let him talk. You're trending. You don't chase attention, you don't try to correct stories, and you don't get defensive. Instead, you maintain your composure, let your growth speak, and watch as the narrative works in your favor. Drama becomes exposure. Gossip becomes intrigue, and every mention of you adds to your personal brand. Why staying unbothered is powerful. The ultimate secret to leveraging your ex's chatter is detachment. His words only have power if you let them. By staying unbothered, you turn every mention into free marketing energy. His attempts to diminish or control the narrative become irrelevant because your life, your confidence, and your energy outshine it all. In fact, the more unbothered you are, the more authentic your glow-up appears. People notice someone who isn't desperate for attention, who doesn't compete for validation, and who simply lives their best life. That's magnetic. Glow up beyond drama. Your glow-up isn't about revenge or one-upping your ex. It's about improving yourself and living intentionally. Every gossip, story, and mention only works if you're actually thriving. Upgrade your appearance, your skills, your confidence, and your lifestyle. Let your transformation do the talking. And remember, the people who admire you, notice you, and are genuinely curious will see the real version of your glow-up. Your ex might be spreading chatter, but your life delivers the proof. Final takeaways. Breakups are inevitable. Gossip is unavoidable. But your reaction defines your outcome. Your ex is unknowingly doing marketing for you. Every mention, every rumor, every story fuels your mystique, curiosity, and intrigue. Instead of being upset, see it as free promotion. Stay calm, confident, and continue building your life. Let the narrative work for you. Your ex might think he's undermining you, but he's actually fueling your glow-up with no effort or investment. Trending without trying. Remember, exes are unpaid brand ambassadors. Let him talk. You're trending. Stop worrying about what he says. Stop trying to control the narrative. Focus on your growth, your confidence, and your energy. Every mention by your ex is a billboard for your transformation. Every story he tells adds curiosity. Every whisper drives attention. You don't need to chase validation. Your life itself becomes content. Block stress, delete anxiety, repeat the glow up. You're trending. And the best part, you didn't pay a dime. Exes are unpaid brand ambassadors. Let him talk. You're trending. Every story he spreads only fuels your glow up, builds intrigue, and cements your power. Like, share, and subscribe for more unapologetic insights on turning heartbreak into hype, gossip into growth, and every ending into free exposure for your best self.